is about the higher human values. So truth, equality, freedom, anything that has aspirational part of it, this goes into ethos. So when I tell you answer the question using ethos, you will have to use philosophies. You have to use quotation from wise thinkers, from divine people, from scripture, from inspirational sources. So remember, you will have the topic, you will have the path, and you will have to base your answer during the preparation time based on the path I'm going to give you. It could be pathos, it could be logos, it could be ethos. Remember, in pathos, it's all about emotions and personal stories. Logos is all about facts and figures, examples, history, numbers. Ethos is all about philosophies and pearls of wisdom from past, present, or future. Any questions on this? It should be clear. So again, remember, I will give you the path. You will choose your anchor, which is the basis of your answer. If it was personal story, facts and figures, or philosophy, and you hit the nail on the head. In the term of debating, we call it prima facie. Prima facie is Latin for the heart of argument. Remember, you have to answer the question to the point, display the answer, but using the path I'm going to give you. Any questions? All clear? Our extended table topics, let's go first and choose the first two speakers. Toastmaster Abdullah, you will face Toastmaster Nasreen in the first question of our extended table topics. And you will have a minute and a half, Dr. Sayed, if you give me a minute and a half for the preparation time. And then I will go with the first question. Toastmaster Abdullah, you will speak for the question, for the topic. Toastmaster Nasreen, you will speak against the topic. The topic is higher education should be free for all. So higher education, university, BSc, master's, doctorate, should be free for all. No money, no charges, no hefty charges, no expensive modules, free for all. Toastmaster Abdullah, you speak for the topic. Toastmaster Nasreen, you speak against the topic. Toastmaster Abdullah, you will use pathos. So we'll use personal stories. Toastmaster Nasreen, you will use logos. So you'll use facts and figures. Switch on your mobile phone, go for Google, try to find any number you can find, any facts you can find in a minute and a half. So again, higher education should be free for all. For the topic is Toastmaster Abdullah. Against the topic is Toastmaster Nasreen. Toastmaster Abdullah will depend on personal stories. Toastmaster Nasreen will depend on facts and figures. You have 90 seconds to prepare, starting now. Just let me know when the time is up, Doctor, so you can, once the minute and a half is over, so you can start.
It's 90 seconds over now.
Thank you, Doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, the first round of our extended table of topics. Higher education should be free for all. Speaking for the topic is Toastmaster Abdullah Madan from Injaz Bahrain Toastmasters. Abdullah, the 4 minutes starts now.
Equal access for education is a power for the nation. Mr. Ahmed Shukri, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, good evening to you all. Having the ability to get education, getting educated for free, will allow each and every citizen of our nation to get the education and serve the nation. We will be able to find the hidden talents within our country. An example of that is when I was in university, I met a doctor. His name was Dr. Shakir. And this doctor was so talented at explaining the concepts. He's very educated and knowledgeable about the nitty-gritty details about everything. He's an amazing doctor. And this doctor was able to grant a scholarship to USA. And because of that, he was able to come back and serve the nation. Similarly, when we give more to the nation, when we give the free education, we'll be able to find more people like him that will be able to come and bring back the and make the students think more wiser and know more about the subjects that they are going to get educated about. So having such an idea as free education is something that should be considered. It's something that should be taken into accountance. Not everything is economy. In fact, it will be a good point that we will bring a huge return on investment once we get our educated people getting I would say, their education for free. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abdullah. Toastmaster Sayyid, Doctor, I think you turned your screen off so we can't see the color of the timing device.
No, it was not green yet. He's finished only
okay.
less than 14 seconds.
So you see the trick here, Doctor? The trick here, ETT is far more difficult than normal Toastmasters. Even if you think that you're prepared, we zap you with a curveball like this. Now, Toastmaster Nasreen, I know for a fact that she has more than one word to say. I know that she's outspoken because I've heard her speak before. So let's challenge her to speak against the notion. Now, you be in the shoes of a greedy capitalist, Toastmaster Nasreen, and tell us that we should be forced to pay more money. Toastmaster Nasreen, your 4 minutes starts now.
I think Toastmaster Nasreen, the voice.
We can't hear you, Toastmaster Nasreen. I think the source of your audio, TM Nasreen, if you go to Zoom options for the source of audio, because you are unmuted, but we can't hear your voice.
Hello.
There is a mute.
Then you have two devices going on. You need to turn one so we won't have echo between them.
Is this okay?
Yes, go ahead, Doctor.
Right. I cannot see the timer, so I would like to pin the timer. Okay. Nothing comes free in this world. And if at all we are looking at maintaining the quality, you have to pay a price for it. Good evening, Table Topic Master and my dear guest. Have you ever wondered that what is the cost of higher education? Can you think of a number? Okay, forget the cost of that. Just one qualitative research. According to these stats, it runs between $15,000 to $100,000. Now imagine if we are about to conduct a research, how do we expect to continue taking in the professionals and the things that we are supposed to use, the amenities, the facilities, without being able to pay for it? Leaving the emotions aside, just think about it. The cost of food, the cost of accommodation, the cost of communicating from one place to another, crossing borders. Moreover, getting the special professors and teachers. Do you think those quality professors will teach for free? Let me ask you, will you teach for free? How are we going to combat these expenses, our daily needs? Definitely, it's a very good emotion. I would like to support it. But rather than going all free, why not find some sponsors and then sponsor some students and make the education free only for those who are deserving? Because I would again like to go back to my first point, that anything that you provide for free does not hold any value. Even if you are spending fills, you will definitely fold that paper and put it in your purse. But all those papers lying here and there, or any gift that you get for free, goes in the garbage bin. Now we are talking about higher education. Until and unless it is not taken seriously, until and unless you don't shell out money from your pocket, you will not value it. Of course, the expenses are immense. And I totally understand that there are times when there are some scholars, intelligent students who want to opt for higher education, but due to their circumstances, they are unable. Of course, there will be scholarship programs for them. But making it entirely free seems unrealistic to me. Absolutely impractical. This cannot happen. So for me to even think about it, no, that's not possible. We are not in a dreamland. So let's not think about it. And I go with the point that yes, higher education cannot be free. Over to you.
I told you she is a very convincing speaker, because I remember last year, Dr. Nasreen was talking about how the story of empowered women Toastmasters, how they had almost zero membership and they had to bring this club back to active membership. And from there, I knew that she is a powerful speaker. Now, for both speakers, I have chosen the path because I somehow know your style of speaking. And I know that you will fall into the trap of changing your style of speaking, because definitely both of you did not stick to the pathos and logos I gave you. Definitely, Abdullah, you are far away from pathos. I haven't felt any sense of emotions in your words, as if you were in a radio talk show giving us instructions or reading a manual. But I know your style. I know that you lack in pathos. You lack in digging into emotions. If I was in your place, I would start by saying, let me ask everyone in the room, the last time you have to shell out 1,000 dinars to pay for a student loan or a course, how bad did you feel? Do you want to cry? Does somebody want to put a knife in your heart and twist it? You can feel the bleeding oozes from your heart, the pain coming down your eyes like hot lava. This is, Abdullah, your next challenge, to really animate your speeches, because you can speak easily, you have the confidence, but you need to animate. Attend some drama classes to animate. If you don't know how to dramatize your speech, you will not move ahead in Toastmaster. Mark my words. Mark my words. You have to dramatize your speeches. The reverse is with Dr. Nasreen. Dr. Nasreen should be in front of 1,000 students giving this speech, particularly to all policymakers and politicians, because she speaks from the standpoint of ethos, principles, equality, the betterment of people. Even her voice echoes ethos, it echoes principles, it echoes higher human values. That's why when I tried to put you towards logos, you began with logos, you didn't continue with logos. You move on to your preferred style of ethos. It's not wrong, but we have our own preferred style. For the first round, of course, goes to